Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to create this easy sew, comfortable, corset-like stretch bustier. Let's get started. We're going to use the stretched bustier sewing pattern available at katkow.net or on my Etsy shop linked below. This pattern comes in sizes extra small to 4X. Our patterns are made for drag queens as we increase shoulder width, arm and leg width, and lower crotch inseams compared to standard women's sizing. However, anyone can wear them. Please review the size guide to find the size that's right for you. Once you've downloaded the pattern, you simply want to print it out. For more information on printer settings and pattern assembly, please watch this video linked in the top right corner. After your pages are printed, you'd want to trim off the page margins using a paper trimmer. Line up the pages by number and tape them together. You can then cut out the pattern shapes according to your size, using the size guide provided. You should be left with 4 front patterns, 1 bra cup pattern, and 2 back patterns. For this project, you're going to need 2 types of fusible interfacing, an ultra-firm interfacing for the bra cups, and a lightweight interfacing to support the back snaps. For the bra cups, because the ultra-firm interfacing is very thick, I like to trim off the seam allowance. All of our patterns do come with a 1/2 inch seam allowance unless otherwise stated. Removing the seam allowance for these pieces will allow for an easier sew. However, if you use a medium weight interfacing, you do not need to trim off the seam allowance. For the snaps support, create a 1 inch wide strip, the total height of your center back piece. I'm going to use 2 types of fabric for this garment, a reflective vinyl to add more structure to the bra cups, and a 4-way stretch Milliskin spandex for the rest of the bustier. This fabric is super comfortable, doesn't wrinkle, and allows for lots of stretch. We're then going to trace our paper pattern pieces onto our folded fabric and cut out our pieces. You should have 7 front pieces, 4 back pieces, and 2 bra cups. For extra support, I'm going to double layer the 3 center front pieces, F1 and F2. You can line this garment if you wish, however I prefer to keep it more lightweight. We can then start to sew the front pieces together. Pin the double layers of the center back F1 pieces together, and repeat for your F2 pieces. Line up the notches of your F1 and F2 pieces, right sides of the fabric facing each other, and sew with a straight stitch, using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. We then want to top stitch that 1/2 inch of excess fabric on both sides of the seam. This will create tunnels for our boning, which we will install later. We will install 2 pieces of boning for every front seam. Here's what your top stitches should look like. We then want to repeat the process for the rest of our front pieces, F2, F3, and F4. And here's your front pattern sewn together. For the back, we want to iron on the lightweight interfacing onto the wrong side of the center back pieces, or B1. This interfacing should be placed a 1/2 inch away from the fabric edge. We can then sew the 2 back pieces together, B1 and B2, for each side, similar to how we did the front pieces, top stitching the excess seam fabric as well. We're then going to fold over the interfacing on B1, still on the wrong side of the fabric. Make sure your fold is 2 inches wide. We want to create 2 tunnels of boning around the snaps. 1 tunnel 1/4 of an inch away from the fold, with a 1 inch gap of space for the snaps, then another 1/4 of an inch tunnel. So we'll be sewing 3 vertical lines. We can then stack our front and back pieces right sides of fabric facing each other, and sew along the side seams. Then fold over both layers of excess fabric on the side seams, pointing towards the back. Top stitch the side seams once. We will not be adding boning to the sides. You can then trim off the excess fabric here. We can now prepare the boning. I'm using a plastic 1/4 inch boning. Measure the height of the front and back seam lengths. Your boning should be 1 inch less than the height of each seam. You should have 20 pieces of boning in total, 12 for the front and 8 for the back. Since I'm using plastic boning, I like to burn off the ends to smooth out any sharp edges that can puncture the fabric. You can also sand this down. For the bra cups, we can now iron on the ultra firm interfacing. You will have to hold and press as you steam to get it to stick. You can now sew the angled darts together, right side of the fabric facing each other. Then flip the cups inside out. We then want to hem only the top pointed edges of the cups, the top and the side. We do not want to hem the bottom rounded edge. This will be sewn to the front of the garment later. Here's what the bra cups should look like. Now let's hem along the top edge of the front and back, not hemming the curves for the bra cups. We can now clip the bra cups to the curves of the front, right sides facing each other, and sew them together. You can then top stitch underneath the bra cup. However, this is just for detail. We will not be adding any boning here. Now we can install the snaps. I added 8 snaps evenly down the strip we created with interfacing for both B1 pieces. Follow the instructions of your snap tool. You basically want to install one side with male snaps and the other opposite side with female snaps. Remember to account for hemming space at the bottom for your last snap. Now we can insert our boning. And finally, hem the bottom of the bustier. Such an easy bustier sew. As mentioned before, you can line the bustier for a more professional look. I love how comfortable this garment is, but yet it still gives a corset look and feel. If you decide to create this pattern, please tag @Katkow or @I'mSourMandy. If you're interested in creating the other garments modeled here, please check out those videos I have created on my channel. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Bye everyone.